Hello all you beautiful people, I'm Blastyface. In this video we're taking a look at the fan favorite Havoc Demon Hunter. Widely regarded as one of the most fun specs in the game, how does Havoc fare with the pre-patch changes? To answer that question, we're going to take a look at what has changed with abilities, talents, and finally put it all together and give you a quick rundown on how to play Havoc so you can finish out BFA and move into Shadowlands with confidence. This isn't meant to be a masterclass style guide, but instead give a quick look at the changes that affect the core foundation of the class and a rundown of how to play it effectively. We're leaving out things like basic numbers tuning to keep it short and so you can get to doing what you love, playing the game. I almost feel bad having a baseline section for Demon Hunter. Not much to see here. Demon Hunters have Immolation Aura baseline, which only affects Havoc in the sense that it is no longer a talent. If you're a Havoc main, you're already very comfortable with this ability. The only other change to Havoc is having Torment baseline, which means you are now partly responsible when the raid leader yells for a DPS to taunt in a desperate situation, and you don't have it bound. On to ability changes. There isn't a ton here either, but what we do have is mostly good other than this next one, so if you're prone to anger, cover your ears. Blade Dance and Death Sweep are hard capped at 5 targets. In addition, you no longer have 1 second of 100% dodge. I can feel your pain, but don't worry, I'm about to cheer you up. 2 very popular Azerite traits are being baked into the spec. Unlocked at level 58, you get Furious Gaze, a great addition to I-Beam. When I-Beam finishes fully channeling, your haste is increased by an additional 15% for 12 seconds. And finally, at level 54, you unlock what was previously known as Chaotic Transformation. Metamorphosis rank 4, when you activate Metamorphosis, the cooldown of I-Beam and Blade Dance is immediately reset. However, not all is good for Metamorphosis. You no longer receive any leech from this ability. If you want leech, you're going to have to take the talent Soul Rending, which increases leech while in meta by 25%. Still a very hard hit to Demon Hunter survivability either way. With the level squish, a lot of our abilities have been broken up into ranks, splitting up their effects and giving them to you as you level. You may not have even noticed this if you were already level 50 when you logged into the pre-patch, but it will affect your leveling to 60 in Shadowlands or if you level a class from scratch in the future. Havoc has had a ton of abilities broken up into ranks. To keep the video moving, I'll list those abilities out and put them on the screen, and you can pause the video if you have a specific ability you want to know about. Blade Dance, Blur, Chaos Nova, Chaos Strike, Consume Magic, Darkness, Demonic Wards, Disrupt, I-Beam, Fell Rush, Immolation Aura, Mastery Demonic Presence, Metamorphosis, Spectral Sight, Throglaive, Unrestrained Fury, and Vengeful Retreat. Now on to talent changes. Our 15 row sees nothing new. 25 row sees Burning Hatred in place of Immolation Aura, which is now baseline. Burning Hatred increases Immolation Aura Fury generation by an additional 30 over 6 seconds. On row 30, we lose Fell Mastery and see the return and slight rework of an old Azerite trait in its place, Unbound Chaos. Activating Immolation Aura will cause your inner demon to slam into nearby enemies at the end of your next Fell Rush, dealing chaos damage. Also in row 30, Fell Barrage moves to row 50, and we now have Glaive Tempest in its place. Launch 2 demonic glaives in a whirlwind of energy, causing chaos damage over 3 seconds to 5 nearby enemies. Row 35 sees a nerf to Desperate Instincts from 15% down to 10%, and Netherwalk got its cooldown increased to 3 minutes instead of 2. On row 40, Cycle of Hatred has been changed to no longer reduce the cooldown of Metamorphosis, but instead reduce the cooldown of I-Beam, further enforcing First Blood as the top tier pick in this row. Dark Slash has been reworked into Essence Break. Slash all enemies in front of you, causing chaos damage, and increase the damage your Chaos Strike and Blade Dance deal to them by 40% for 8 seconds. The rework portion being all enemies up from a single enemy, and the damage buff applies to Chaos Strike as well as Blade Dance. Plus, it looks really awesome. Row 45 is the same. On row 50, Demonic has been changed. You'll now enter Demon form for 6 seconds, down from 8, which means in order to fit 2 Death Sweeps into that window, you would have to have Death Sweep available when the I-Beam cast finishes channeling. Finally, Fell Barrage has taken the place of Nemesis, which has been removed. Talent choice is very straightforward for Havoc. The best builds for both single target and AoE are often one and the same. However, as there are now more potential builds to separate the two, pay attention during Shadowlands to see what pulls ahead. Currently for leveling, this is a strong talent tree with plenty of damage and good survivability. Row 35 and 45 are your discretionary rows, so pick what you like. And to be honest, you're leveling so every row is discretionary. So try something different if you want to. You only get one chance to level for a first time in Shadowlands, so go out and have a little bit of fun. As for the end game, currently this build is looking to do the best. On row 35, you are looking at either Soul Rending for situations without a lot of damage, but Netherwalk becomes the go-to choice when you need that survivability cooldown. Row 45 is your discretionary row, so take what best fits the situation. Let's take a look at rotation. Again, the single target and AoE priority is the same with the build we are running. Havoc is pretty well known for having a very straightforward rotation. However, there are some things that have changed and you need to be aware of if you really want to do your best. Metamorphosis. This is your big damage cooldown, so use it when you need big damage. Fell Rush with your inner demon. You have to aim this ability properly to benefit from it. This can be a bit of a challenge when your target has a small hitbox, so here's a little trick you can use. Use Immolation Aura, move away from the enemy during the GCD, and Fell Rush back in through them. This will make sure you don't have any ability downtime and minimize your time out of melee range. Death Sweep. Make sure to note that Death Sweep and Blade Dance are treated separately in the priority list. I-Beam is a 2-second channel. You would optimally want to have Blade Dance / Death Sweep coming off cooldown in the next 2 seconds while running the Demonic build. Blade Dance. Immolation Aura, you can use this before the pull if you need to generate some fury. Annihilation. Chaos Strike, and finally, Demon's Bite, only to generate fury for abilities higher on the priority list. All in all, Havoc is looking similar to what we had in BFA, so if you liked it then, chances are you'll like it now. On top of that, for content like Torghast, it's going to be more fun than ever. For Mythic Plus, Havoc has been a powerhouse for its ability to annihilate huge packs while also doing respectable single target damage. Now that some of our kit has been hit with that target cap, it may no longer be the case, but only time will tell. For raiding, Demon Hunter will always have at least one spot due to the requirement for Chaos Brand. Havoc has been very consistent over the past few expansions, ending up somewhere in the high middle tier in terms of logs, and that is a comfortable, safe place to be. No nerfs, no buffs, just safe and happy. And finally, thank you all for the support on the last video. It really helps me understand what types of videos resonate with you guys. I've asked for help getting to 100 subs and we blew past that thanks to you. I can't even believe I'm saying this. I never thought it would happen, but can we get to 500? I appreciate every single one of you. I'm Blastyface. Until next time, see ya.